Hello guys, this is Mike from McProgramming.org. I've been looking over some of the new Java 8 features and I wanted to share some of them with you. So this one is going to be default methods within a interface. And if you've watched the interface videos or know anything about them, you know that they are abstract methods that are not implemented. So what it does is it pretty much says what something can do but not how to do it. So let's say interface, and I'm just going to put an interface and another class that implements this interface all in the same file and just run it in this main method here just for visual simplicity so I don't have to switch between files. So I'm going to say interface dog, open up some curly brackets, and I will give it one method, just a real simple method. I'll just say public return a string get name. Okay, simple enough. And now I want to give it a default method, and I'll say public, and use the keyword default before the return type, but I'm just going to have it as void because I want to print something. I'm going to say print message. Okay, so up until Java 8, you couldn't implement anything within an interface, but with this default keyword we can, so we can open this up and actually do something. And I'm just going to do a sysout, and if you write sysout or syso, and you hit control space, it'll automatically complete system.out.println for you and Eclipse. So now let's just say this is the default message. There we go. And now let's make a class that implements dog. So let's say class Sheltie. I used to have a Shetland sheepdog named Chloe, one of my favorite dogs, so I'll base this off of her. I'm going to say implements dog. Okay, now that's going to want me to implement all of the methods, so add unimplemented methods. And notice that the only one that popped up was this get name. Get rid of this, and let me give this a constructor real quick and also some instance variable. So I'll say private string name as an instance variable, and constructor real quick, public Sheltie, say string name, and just say this dot name equals name. There we go. So now we can initialize it, and notice that like I said, that print message wasn't implemented down here, and that's okay, but let's make sure this works properly. And let's create a instance of Sheltie. So let's say Sheltie, I'm gonna call it Chloe because that was my dog's name, equals new Sheltie. And I'll pass in a string for a name, so I'm gonna just give that Chloe. Alright, and now watch this. I'm going to use Chloe variable name, which is an object, and see what comes up. I hit dot, and I have print message available to me. Even though it's not in my Sheltie class right now, it's still implemented. And if I run this, let's see what happens. Okay, so it printed out, this is the default message. So I didn't have to even put this in here. It's almost like a inheritance. So it just comes down with the class. But if I wanted to change it, we could say public void print message, and I'll just say so this message has been overridden. Alright, so let's run that now. Gets this message has been overwritten. So a couple things I want to show you is if I get rid of this print void or public void print message, get rid of some lines so I can get everything visible. Go back up here, and I wanted to take out default. You're going to get a few errors. Right here we have to remove the body because you cannot implement a method inside of the interface. And then Sheltie, you have to add unimplemented methods. So there's two errors right there why it wouldn't work. So let's add that again. Default. Alright, and now this will be printed out, or whatever code that you need to have executed will happen without you having to redefine it down here, but you can, and it will overwrite the default one. So one of the big reasons that default methods were added into the interface for Java 8 is because if you have an interface with whatever abstract methods and you have a bunch of classes that implement them and you have a big team of people working on it, so this is quite a big project, and you needed to add something else to the interface, well, if you added it for everyone else's computer, it's not going to work because you have to implement everything within the interface. So by doing this, now it doesn't break the system. It doesn't break the existing code, and we can still use the code up here and we can overwrite it. So notice that, let's take default out of this, and I'll also take out the body just so it looks like this is a normal method real quick. Notice right here that we still need to implement it. So adding a new method into an interface that already exists with people who probably coded in it quite a bit, everyone will have to come back and add unimplemented methods, which is this print message. So this really takes care of that problem. So like I said, all it has is a keyword default right before the return type, and you can, let's see what the error is now. See, you have to add body. So now you can put whatever's in there and it all works, and you can override it down here. So that is a pretty cool technique, I think, and hopefully you guys agree and may implement it into your own projects. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe below.